Once upon a time there was a beautiful unicorn named Stardust who lived in a magical forest. Stardust had a flowing rainbow mane and a sparkly white coat. She spent her days frolicking through the forest with her magical animal friends. One sunny morning, Stardust was playing near the crystal lake when she heard a loud crashing noise. She looked up and saw a mean-looking wizard stomping towards her. The wizard shouted, "Get out of my forest, pesky unicorn." Stardust asked, "Why are you so grumpy, Mr. Wizard?" The wizard growled, "Because happiness and love make me sick." Stardust replied, "But happiness and love are so wonderful. Here, have some of my magic, it will make you feel better." With her horn, Stardust shot a beam of rainbow light right at the wizard. As soon as the light hit him, the wizard's frown turned into a smile. "You're right, happiness and love are wonderful. I don't want to be grumpy anymore. Will you be my friend, Stardust?" The unicorn smiled and said, "Of course. Let's go spread more joy together." So Stardust the unicorn and Gregory the wizard spent the day spreading joy and happiness all throughout the forest. They used their magic to fix broken bird nests, help lost animals find their way, and make beautiful rainbows appear in the sky. All the creatures of the forest were so thankful for their kindness. That night, Stardust and Gregory sat beneath the stars. The wizard said, "Thank you for showing me that happiness is better than grumpiness. You truly have a pure, magical heart." Stardust replied, "And thank you for realizing that we all have goodness inside us, even when it's hard to find." The two new friends gazed up at the starry sky, excited for another day of joy and adventure. The next morning, Stardust met up with Gregory at the crystal lake. But the wizard had a worried look on his face. "What's wrong?" Stardust asked. "It's the fairy queen," said Gregory. "She's very mad that I used to be so grumpy and unkind. Now she's threatening to banish me from the forest forever." The unicorn gasped. "That's terrible. We have to stop her. I know you've changed." Stardust and Gregory rushed to the fairy queen's palace to plead their case. The fairy queen sat on her flower throne with a stern look on her face. Stardust stepped forward and said, "Your Majesty, Gregory has learned his lesson and will not spread grumpiness anymore. He is my friend." But the queen replied, "He must be punished for the unhappiness he caused." Stardust continued, "Please, give him one more chance. I know he can use his magic for good." The fairy queen thought carefully as Stardust and Gregory waited nervously. Finally, she spoke, "Very well. Gregory must prove he has changed by using his magic for others. If he can do that, he may stay." Stardust jumped for joy. "Oh, thank you, Fairy Queen, you won't regret it." Gregory bowed graciously. "I will make you proud, Your Majesty." For the next few weeks, Gregory worked hard to fix his past mistakes. He regrew trees he had destroyed, cleaned up trash he had left behind, and mended wounds of the creatures he had upset. The Fairy Queen saw how hard he was trying, and was pleased. On the day his trial period ended, she invited Gregory and Stardust to her palace. "Congratulations, Gregory. You have proven yourself, and may remain in the forest." Stardust and Gregory beamed happily as all the fairies cheered. From that day on, whenever the creatures of the forest had a problem, Stardust and Gregory were there to help. With her kindness and his newfound goodness, they made sure the forest was a place of magic, friendship, and happiness for all. And they lived happily ever after.